Hello and welcome to Sonnia's Spotlight, where I shine a light on people, places, and things you ought to know. I'm your host, Sonnia, and today we have Giseptte Nuñez, the founder of Mindfulness Women. Giseptte, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And so before we get started, I wanted to tell a little story about our connection. So you and I met through Instagram, and we were supposed to meet in person at the Vegan Women's Summit. Mm-hmm. But because there were so many wonderful things happening at the summit, we just couldn't make it happen. But we stayed connected through Instagram, and the connection, I have to say, has been so wonderful. And it's amazing for someone I've never met in person. The connection is great. So again, thank you. And I'm so excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
So you're located in the East Coast, correct?
Yes, I'm in New York.
You're in New York. Okay, great. And could you tell us, just give us an intro of, who you are, and then we'll get to your business.
Sure. So my name is Giseptte Nuñez, as you mentioned. I am an event planner, or I would say a former event planner. And I focus on mindfulness and meditation. I host guided meditations now via Zoom. And I also have Mindfulness Women, which is a community of women that come together and we talk to each other, what's going on in our lives. We go on trips. For those of you who are in New York, we go on trips. Our last trip was to Blue Cliff Monastery, which is a Buddhist monastery in upstate New York. And we do little things like that. We were planning, obviously, more trips and more connection, community connection. But with everything that's going on, we've had to force ourselves to go virtually.
Yeah, for sure. And that's great that you are offering this through Zoom. So Mindfulness Women. So could you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, was there a story behind the creation of Mindfulness Women and the meaning of it?
Yes. So last year I started with a women's empowerment brunch, and we did a 5-minute meditation with my meditation coach, Jackie Frederick Ferber. And after the meditation, a lot of women were coming up to me asking if I hosted more meditations. And I thought, okay, maybe I can do an event around this. So I started hosting, Jackie and I started hosting meditation and sips, where we would have meditation, and the first few meditations were with wine, and then we shifted over to tea, because after doing more research, I realized that although wine is delicious for most times, I didn't want to incorporate it with meditation, because meditation is a high vibrational experience, and I wanted the women that attended to keep that high vibration. And so we shifted over to tea, which some herbal teas do contain also high vibrations, which I learned from a tea maker. So we did those, and it went really well. So I thought, let me start a Facebook group and an Instagram page around this community, a place where women can feel safe, they can feel heard, they can understand that it's okay to practice, even if it's 5 minutes a day meditation, or just be mindful eating, mindful drinking, being fully present in the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And more than ever, meditation and also empowerment, especially for women, is a huge topic, and it's very important. It's important to talk about it and to show that there are others out there who are willing to help with that, and also others who need that. So that's wonderful what you're doing. So could you tell us a little bit more about your journey with meditation?
So I previously suffered in my 20s from depression and anxiety, and I was feeling very lost and confused until I came across meditation. It helped me live the life that I wanted to live. It was a very difficult period of time, and it took a long time. It didn't just happen overnight. I didn't just meditate and everything healed itself. I wish it would work that way, but it does not. It took practice. It took making it a habit. The days I mean, there isn't a day I don't do it, but the days I'll do something before my meditation, it's like I already know that something's off. So I've made it a part of me. I made it who I am. And it's really, I always tell people it saved my life, because it did. I was in a very dark place, and it took me out of that space and brought the light that I was searching for. And I started doing more research on it. I started talking to more people about it, and found out that there's really nothing negative about it. It's all positivity. It's all really good things that come from it. I know a lot of people have difficulties with the practice itself, as I did in the beginning too. But it just takes progress. Practice makes progress. And the more you practice, the more progress you'll have in it. You just have to be very consistent with it and just stick with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I meditate at least. I don't meditate for a long period of time. I'm not there yet. But I have, meditated up to 20 minutes. But I know in the beginning, I started off with just 5 minutes, and it was even 5 minutes sitting still from never have doing it before.
Yeah.
Is difficult.
It's challenging. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's training yourself to sit and be present in the moment. But once you've trained yourself, it'll come to you naturally. You'll come to the point where you're meditating on your way somewhere, or you're even meditating while you're driving. You're focusing on the road, but that's the thing. You're being present in that moment, and you're focusing on the road. You're not looking at your phone. You're not listening to the radio. You're in that moment, and you're being present. So it'll just come naturally to you.
Yeah. And I noticed that you're wearing a 3-2-1 mindset shirt there. Yeah. Could you tell us about that?
It's a concept that my fiance and I created. 3-2-1. 3 is also my birthday, March 21st. It's the notion that you have to get things done. So if you need to do a countdown, which I usually do. It's 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Whatever it is you need to do that is going to be beneficial for you, that your future self is going to say thank you to you. So for me, it's working out, running, cycling, hiking. It's sometimes on the days I'm having a really tough day, it is practicing meditation for a longer time. So I don't even think about it. I just do it. I count 3, 2, 1. Okay, just go for it. Because if I think too much about it, I've noticed that I'll talk myself out of it. So it's a reminder to me and to others that just do it. Don't second guess yourself, because unfortunately what I've seen from myself and from loved ones is that when you second guess yourself, you tend to talk yourself out of it.
Yeah. And that's a wonderful concept. And it's such a simple thing too, like 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, that's so easy to remember, and it's something that kind of triggers you, right? Internally, right? You go 3, 2, 1, go, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go and do it.
Because you don't want to let yourself down. I think one of the worst things for me is, yes, letting a loved one down is hard, but when you let yourself down, that's just going to bring on more issues and more problems. So when you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to have this mindset where I'm just going to go and do it, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's beautiful. So this question might come as a surprise to you, but so you mentioned your fiance. One of the things that I found online was that you had fire dancers during your engagement party. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh, you're so good.
So I thought that was so fun, so interesting. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we got engaged 2 years ago in Santorini, Greece. We've taken our time with the wedding planning. Just different things have come up, and we really want to make it special for our friends and our loved ones. But besides that, so we got engaged in Greece. We came back home, and I thought, I want to celebrate this with our loved ones. How can we do that and make it interesting for them? I didn't want it just to be a gathering. So we hired our favorite food truck. And we also got the fire starters, which they were amazing, and they did a great job. And it helped because it was cold that day, even though it was May. Unpredictable East Coast weather. So it helped. But it was a great experience, and they're still talking about it till this day.
It is wonderful. I saw the video online. I thought, wow, that is so amazing.
Yeah, thank
And very
you.
unique, for an engagement party. I thought that was
Yeah,
really fun.
I wanted something
Thanks for
different.
sharing about that.
Sure, thank you.
So I wanted to ask about upcoming events for Mindfulness Women. So you mentioned that you're doing Zoom events now. What's upcoming for that?
Right now, they're just guided meditations.
Mhm.
I'm trying to come up with creative ways to do other things since we're so limited in interactions. New York hasn't opened up back yet. Northern New York has, but Southern New York isn't opened. So we still have to abide by the laws. There is 6 feet social distancing, which I'm considering now. Maybe we can do something where we're 6 feet apart at least. But a lot of people are scared to interact in person, and rightfully so with everything that's going on. So right now it's the guided meditations on Zoom. I'm doing a private group on Saturday, which I'm excited about. About 10 women are going to attend. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. And it is based on donations. It is not, there's no fee for it unless you would like to donate some money, because I understand that these are challenging times and we're in this together. And I want it to be of value. I want it to be something that you remember and that you take with you and that you're able to practice on your own.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I did attend a couple of Giseppe's meditation, and it is wonderful. One of the things that I learned from that I've never done before was picturing the colors of the room. Oh gosh, I thought, and it was so weird because just picturing the colors of the room, it made me emotional. It was weird. It was a good weird.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
good.
wow, yeah, I've never, and I thought that is so great that,
It gives you a different perspective.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. So if there are, others who are interested in joining that meditation, can they do that, or is that a private
The
group?
one on Saturday is, but I am flexible. Monday through Saturdays, I perform these guided meditations. So if you email me, DM me on Instagram, or message me on Facebook, we can work something out. Right now, I haven't set a schedule yet. I've noticed that with most people, it just works better with their schedule, not my schedule, which is fine. I'm fine with that. So if you email me or DM me, I would love to work with anyone that's interested. I think that it's important to take the first step towards being more mindful and being kind to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have any plans? I mean, I know we don't know when this lockdown is going to lift, but do you have plans to expand your events anywhere else other than the East Coast, or is it just the East Coast for now?
I would love to. That'd be a dream of mine, honestly, especially to go out to the West Coast. I love California. I used to live in California in 2012
Oh,
for about 6 months in LA. And it's my second home. So I would love to expand nationally. Yeah, that'd be something amazing. I look forward to doing something like that.
yeah, and I've looked at the meditation and sip event website, like the what is it, Eventbrite, and
Yeah,
I just think that is so much fun, for
thank
someone
you.
who's looking for that type of event. And if you do open up here, I'm definitely going to attend
Thank
that.
you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, and I always make sure the location is a relaxing location. Like the one we use here in New York, it is a holistic center that was donated to the city of Rye by a female. So it all goes into what I am trying to, the message I'm trying to relay. So it's very peaceful. It's a mansion that's sitting on the Long Island Sound. It's really gorgeous. So the Wainwright House, it's called. It's a holistic center, and they do practices there. So everywhere I go, I try to make it very zen and a peaceful place. It won't just be like anywhere. It'll be somewhere that has meaning and value.
I love how you connect all of that. You connect the peacefulness, the serenity, and then also, women empowerment. Also, I
Yeah.
love how all of that is connected. So,
Thank you. Yes.
and so how? can people support you during your journey?
Well, they can join the guided meditations. They can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. What else do I have? I have so many things. So much social media outlets. They can email me and be on my email list. And just shoot me a DM and we'll go from there. And I would love, right now, I'm just doing the guided meditations. Hopefully that'll expand soon. And, but to be able to keep informed with what I'm doing, it'd be through social media, definitely. I'm very active on there.
Awesome. All right. And I will go ahead and link all in the description, all of
Thank
your
you.
social handles.
Thank
So we are at the point of the interview where I called Fave Fives, and I ask you 5 of your favorite things. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first question is, what is your favorite comfort food?
Ooh, vegan mac and cheese from Trader Joe's. I just had a bowl.
Yeah, and it's so accessible too, right? I mean,
I'm obsessed with it now. I tried it. I'm like, why did I try this?
once you have that taste, it's like, oh no.
Oh gosh, it's over.
And then, do you have a favorite restaurant?
Yes, it's called, here in New York, Sweetgrass Grill, and they are in Tarrytown, and also their sister restaurant, which is called Grassroots.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. I'm definitely going to bookmark that so for the next time we go to the East Coast.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, is there anything else that you like to do for self-care other than meditation?
Yeah, sometimes blow drying my hair. I mean, I try to stay as natural as I can. I let my frizzy curls be crazy, but that helps, I noticed. I'll do my own manicure. Sometimes I'll just do my own pedicures. I'll lay in a bath. What else? I've found that I really like to hike. So I'll go for a hike with my fiance. And reading. I've taken up reading. So I've noticed that makes me feel good. And sometimes just talking to loved ones. That really helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that is one of the more non-obvious ones, is talking to your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because you feel that at the end of the conversation, you're like, I feel good. I feel connected.
Yeah, because you gave them your time, they gave you yours, and who knows, you might learn something new.
Right. Absolutely. I love that you mentioned that. And then what is your favorite place to visit?
California.
Yeah.
And I have to say Dominican Republic. It's where my family's from. So
yes.
Dominican Republic, yes.
That's definitely on our list too.
So it's 2 places.
Yes. And then finally, what is your, do you have a favorite quote or saying?
Wow, I have a ton of favorite quotes or saying. I wish I would have known this question was coming. It would be any quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, which he's a Zen master that practiced mindfulness. He is also known he was nominated for the Nobel Prize by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When he was alive, thankfully. Who else? Any quotes from, I like Gary Vee.
Oh, yes.
He curses a little, but that's okay. And I would say, yeah, any mindfulness quote I love.
Absolutely, yeah. And do you have any books that are your favorites right now, or that you recommend, or that maybe you're reading currently?
So I was reading Thich Nhat Hanh's Living Buddha, Living Christ.
Oh, okay.
It is one of Oprah Winfrey's favorite books, so I had to look into it and see what it was about. Right now, I am reading The Power of Positive Thinking.
Oh, yes.
And I've decided to do a book a week, read a book a week. So now I'm like getting into that. But my favorite book is The Third Door by Alex Banayan, who's also my mentor now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm doing his mentor sessions. He has them on Instagram. Anyone can do it. But I like to say he's my mentor.
Wow.
And Jim Quick's Limitless. It incorporates some mindfulness, but it's a lot to do with your limitless potential.
Yes, I've heard of that. Yeah. For sure.
It's
Thank you very much for sharing that. Is there anything else that you want to talk about that we haven't covered?
I think we covered pretty much everything.
Perfect. All right. Well, Gisepppe, thank you again so much. This has been such a wonderful time. I hope to have you back to talk about more things that you're up to and how else we can support you with that.
I would love to. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.